We have Jack Posobiec with us as we are waiting for the final call. Jack, what is your analysis of what is happening right now on the U.S. House of Representatives floor?
On here is that, we're seeing the same type of pressures that came out with the McCarthy fight, which turned into the initial sort of consensus pick of Johnson. Johnson was, I don't think on anyone's short list prior to any of that. A lot of people, thought that McCarthy would just sort of stay as Speaker to begin with. That being said, I think it's very clear that at this point, Johnson has not done what he's needed to do to win over the entire caucus. That's why you're seeing these defections as we are right now. And he's really only there because of Trump's endorsement. And so without Trump's endorsement, essentially he could be removed at any moment because he just doesn't have the staying power on his own the way that you would have seen with potentially some of these speakers in the past that were more, that had just had more time in leadership. And so, there's an interesting argument to be made that actually perhaps Johnson is better for Trump to be there or for Trump to have him there because he's on that tight of a leash. And so we're watching to see how this shakes out because, of course, we know that if we get defected, I don't think that we're going to see like a Democrat speaker or anything like that, but certainly there are some interesting parliamentary tricks to watch out for.
So Mike Johnson who is Mike Johnson talking? Let's go full screen so I can see what's going on here, please, guys. Trying to see who Mike Johnson is talking to right now. I don't think it's a staffer. You know who? I think that's Dusty Johnson from South Dakota. Blake, is that one of your people? I'm 90% sure. The kind of boyish look, glasses. I think that's Dusty Johnson. Rusty Dusty. Is that right? No one's responding in the chat. So Jack, what is the grassroots and the conservative base are very much against Mike Johnson. What is your message to them?
Look, my message to the base is this, is if you don't have the votes, if we don't have the votes to put in another speaker, to get someone else up there, then you've got to look towards a deal. And the deal is this. What do you want, right? Look at it from that perspective. You're in negotiation room now. You are at the table. What does Bannon always tell us? Not in the room, not in the deal. Well, guess what? You're in the room now. And so you've got these holdouts out there. So the question is, what do we want? Is it wall funding? Is it something, by the way, on H-1B, which has been a hot button issue for quite some time now? Obviously, the administration, when President Trump is inaugurated here in 17 days, will have the ability to rule on H-1B as pertains to some of these rules at DHS that control various levels of salary, but perhaps legislative fix could be something on the table too, and secure those commitments. So you look at these holdouts potentially as the proxies of the voice of the base and say, what do you want? What deal do you want them to carry forward to you? And then you can also be taking to Twitter. I would say take the phones. I have no idea if they're answering the phones today, though, to be honest. Really just get your voices out there and then contact these various holdouts and say, these are the things that we would be looking for. These are the things that are important to us. And you've got a lot of power right now within the base because, look, we know that President Trump is coming in. We know we've got the Senate. They're already seated. Now we've got this situation with the speakership. If he wants this thing, he's got to pass through the base. And the other part of it is you must maintain and secure your power. Don't just sit back. We're not doing the thing anymore like, the Trey Gowdy era where we just sit back and, they've got it taken care of and he's going to go and, take care of it for us. No. You need to be interactive.